Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jaime Jaquez is working on the one thing that could change everything for the Heat. The Miami Heat's polished first-year player Jaime Jaquez Jr. wants to build on his rookie season success going into the 2024-25 season. Coach Erik Spoelstra had almost immediate trust in Jaquez's talents, earning a regular rotation spot almost right out of the gate last year. The former 18th overall pick of the 2023 draft has all the tools to develop into one of the league's top role players as early as this year. ESPN recently pinned Jaquez as a sixth Man of the Year candidate heading into the upcoming season. Last season, he averaged 11.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.6 assists on 48.9% shooting. However, he shot just 32.2% from three-point range and struggled with consistent outside shooting volume and efficiency. In a league where outside shooting has only gotten more important, the Heat first-team All-Rookie standout put a lot of offseason work into aiming to improve in that department. In a recent interview with local reporters, Jaquez addressed this area of his game. "My three-point shooting, that's an area that I really wanted to improve," Jaquez said, via the Miami Herald. "I feel like I needed to improve if we wanted to, as a team, make the strides and jumps that we need to try to win a championship. And just really honing in on mechanics and getting a bunch of reps up." There has even been some footage of Jaquez getting three-point reps up with notable shooting trainer Chris Brickley over this summer. Brickley has also worked closely with Jimmy Butler, and the results have shown. Butler has never been known for his outside shooting, but he shot a career-high 41.4% from deep last season and often credited Brickley for his three-point shooting success. If Jaquez can make similar improvements, it could unlock a lot of not just his own potential but also the Heat's potential as a team. With Caleb Martin's free agent departure, the guys who will look to be getting increased roles will most certainly be Jaquez and Nikola Jovic. He also addressed that notion in an interview with the Sun-Sentinel's Ira Winderman, mentioning that he wants to develop into a defensive stopper that Spoelstra could lean on moving forward. At just 23 years old, going into his age 24 season, Heat fans haven't even seen a glimpse of Jaquez's peak as a player in this league. He already has the patient and savvy offensive game and footwork, along with some untapped defensive talent. Jaquez's playmaking should naturally improve as the years go by, similar to Tyler Herro's steady progression. But a consistent three-pointer can be the key to becoming a better player more quickly. Finding sharpshooters is no easy task in the NBA, but Jaquez's excitement in wanting to work on the outside shot is reason for optimism. His rookie year displayed a little bit of everything on both ends of the floor as a savvy rookie with a high IQ and two-way versatility. By taking the step into becoming a much more reliable knockdown shooter, Jaquez will give Spoelstra even more offensive weapons in his depth chart. Miami Heat named best landing spot for forward who wants $200 million contract. The Miami Heat are in a tricky spot at the moment. Jimmy Butler has been the face of the franchise since 2019 and guided them to 2 NBA Finals appearances, over-delivering on most fans' expectations in the process. Butler seems to be at a crossroads in his career. He has not gotten a long-term extension from the Heat this offseason, and if he chooses to opt out of his 2025-26 player option, he will become a free agent next summer. Teams like the Brooklyn Nets, Los Angeles Lakers, and Golden State Warriors are being suggested as potential future destinations for Butler already. The Heat would have a tough time finding a replacement for Butler. Not just his ability on the court, but his mentality to rise to the occasion. There are not a lot of players around who can even come close to filling Butler's void. Would Brandon Ingram be a decent replacement? In the article Best and Worst Landing Spots for NBA's Top Trade Targets on Bleacher Report, Andy Bailey suggested the Heat as the best landing spot for Ingram. Of course, that would depend on what the future holds for Butler. Bailey wrote, If the Heat lose Butler, the wisest path forward might be a slower build focused on Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Jaime Jaquez Jr. That team already has a pretty intriguing core beyond its superstar. On the other hand, there may be value in taking some pressure off those three, and Brandon Ingram's mid-range game and playmaking skills could make him sort of a Butler facsimile. Of course, he's not quite on the same talent tier, so having Ingram as a potential Butler replacement would require steps up from Herro and Jaquez, but Miami might be stylistically consistent. Ingram is currently with the New Orleans Pelicans and is believed to be seeking a major contract extension, something that his franchise might not be open to giving him. As posted by ESPN Cleveland on X back in July, Brian Windhorst said that Ingram wants a $200 million contract extension. Ingram is not a bad player at all. In fact, on top of his game, he is an all-star. But is he anywhere near as good as Butler? No. It might make more sense for the Heat to give Butler, who is a Miami legend, a mega extension over bringing in Ingram on a $200 million deal. Proposed trade sends Heat former number 2 pick in haul for Jimmy Butler. The Miami Heat have not put Jimmy Butler on the trade market, but they should seek the best package possible for him if it comes to that. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes proposed a trade that would give them a sizable package for Butler. Hughes proposed the following trade between the Heat and Houston Rockets in a September 18 story. Rockets acquire, Butler. Heat acquire Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Cam Whitmore, Jeff Green, Suns 2027 first-round pick, Rockets 2028 first-round pick. Hughes explained why the Heat could be on the clock to trade Butler. Though we've seen more than twice that many firsts change hands in deals for inferior players like Mikal Bridges this offseason, keep in mind that Butler is currently extension eligible and could enter free agency as soon as the summer of 2025 if he doesn't find an offer to his liking. He added that the Heat may accept the proposed package if the relationship is untenable. He and the Heat seem to be at an impasse on that issue at the moment. It's not beyond the realm of possibility that Miami would accept something like this, which includes potential future stars in Green and Whitmore, along with that pair of valuable firsts. Green may be the best asset in the deal since he was the number 2 pick in the 2021 NBA draft. There has been plenty of uncertainty surrounding if Butler will stay in South Beach. Butler has received interest from one aspiring playoff contender, the Golden State Warriors. The Athletic's Sam Amick confirmed as such on The TK Show. You need the wheels to fall off somewhere. Like you said, not free agency-wise, talking trade-wise. A couple guys who come to mind, Jimmy Butler is going to be a free agent next summer. Didn't get an extension done. The Warriors, as you know, have interest there and I think probably made a couple calls during the summer. That name comes to mind. Golden State tried to acquire Paul George and Lauri Markkanen. Butler is still a star, much like those two. If a team like the Warriors offers Butler an asset-rich package like Hughes did and the Heat think their situation can't improve, it might be hard to pass on that. In a June 27 story, The Athletic's Shams Charania reported that Butler will play the coming season without an extension. Six-time NBA All-Star Jimmy Butler decided he would play out next season on his existing contract with the Miami Heat and will not sign an extension with them or any other team ahead of his opt-out clause in 2025, league sources briefed on the matter told The Athletic. Charania added that Butler prefers to play for Miami. His decision to play out next season commits him to Miami and clears up any notion of a trade demand due to the lack of an extension. Butler has an affinity for Miami and has wanted to stay with the Heat, league sources said. Even though they haven't won any titles, Butler has guided the Heat to plenty of postseason success. At the same time, he's 35, and the Heat have to think about what's best for the team long-term. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.